Who are you being? Are you being the person who has an overflow of generosity to share? Or are you being the person who fundamentally still is looking for something out there to get? Are you being in your already good enough wholeness and sharing from that place, which is essentially love? Are you recognizing that that's who you have always been, who you are, and sharing from there? A place of generosity, a place of discovery, curiosity, flow, desire to share, to connect, to see what it might look like to bring forth more of your gifts into the world, to connect with others who are doing the same. Are you coming from that place? Or are you coming from, I need to make it happen, I need to acquire in order to feel safe, in order to feel enough, in order to, if I just do these things in a stepwise sequential order that I've been told to do, then I will get to the place where finally I'll be okay. You see, it's like such a different way of being, like two different people inside of you. That's what I found with myself. Like I could be the first one. I could be coming to life from already enough, from existing right now as the person who is in overflow, basically, and just has this generosity and excitement, curiosity to share, as though life is an experiment, as though life is something to play with, to have fun with, to discover oneself through. But it's like a dance. Or I could be this person who is not yet there. Like somehow I need to just like, I need to figure it out. I'm in my head. I'm like trying to plan my way there. I'm trying to analyze. I'm trying to control. If I just control, then I'll be there. And like these two people exist in me, and I can go back and forth. And you've probably experienced the same. Maybe you've had glimpses of one or the other, or maybe you're in one of the other more dominantly. But just checking in with like how does life go? How does it feel? What's my lived experience like with either of them? And what are the stories that I tell myself about how life has to be? What have I internalized that somebody told me that life has to be a certain way? Like I have to struggle, or I have to figure it out. I have to be in my head. I have to plan and control. I have to, in order to get what I want, which will eventually make me feel enough, which will eventually make me feel like I have finally arrived, like I'm finally safe, I finally have enough money, love, attention, validation, confirmation. I'm finally secure. I'm like, oh, finally, like if I just like go out and try and get it, or if my actions are done in the correct order, or if I apply enough pressure, if I apply enough force, then I will get that thing that I don't have. Or at least that's the story, that I don't have it. Whereas if we flip the script and assume that we are already the person who has it, who is it, basically, and tune into what's it like to be that person now. Like, if I was already the person and I didn't have to go through this whole rigmarole, if I am already the person, then what would I do? What would I do? Right? In my example, in my life, I make music. I'm an artist. So in this like old way of being, I might approach my life like, if I just get enough like attention or success, or if I have enough money, or if I have enough like the right situation, then I'll finally be able to be the artist. I'll finally be able to make the music that I've always wanted to make, and I'll be good. I'll be enough. I'll be okay. Then that, Whereas if I am already the artist now, which I am, how will I take action differently? Well, I make music every day because I'm already an artist. I'm already arrived. I'm already good. I'm coming from overflow. Maybe you can feel the difference in energy. It's the same with anything that you're in your life around. Maybe it's health. If you're trying, I need to get to this perfect place, a perfect physique. I need to just, but there's such a distance then between who you feel yourself are right now and who you will be. And you're just like always in that gap. You're just always in that gap, right? Gap psychology. You're always in, like, almost there. But it's just like, it's like being a hamster on a wheel. It's such a like constrained energy. It's such a, it's not fun. It's not flowing. It's really blocked. And we so easily fall into that because that's what we're told to inhabit, or that this life has to be like that. That's just the way things are. You just have to be in this striving energy in order for it to happen. But of course, that just keeps more of that striving energy dominant versus, all right, if I'm already alive, vital, if I already have the energy, the feeling that I think that I want, that this quest, this acquisition would finally give me, if I just give it to myself now, if I assume that I am that now, if I live from there now, how does that change my actions? Right? If I'm already the identity of this person, something that I like to do is, I do it from time to time just to keep it nice and clear in my head, whether it's on a Miro board or if it's like actually just making a column on a piece of paper. An identity on the left side that's like, this is maybe my default identity. This is the default that I fall into. This is the, like in the case of health, like, oh, I'm not enough, or I'm not at my goal yet, or I have to keep striving, or other habits that I might do that come from this constrained, closed down, separate place. Whether for myself, maybe like, I like caffeine, using too much caffeine, right? Getting into this kind of like tired, intense energy versus if I am already good, then the caffeine is just sort of like this thing that's fun, or it's like, it's not necessary, but it just, at times it adds to more of the fun. It's complete, oh, I need the caffeine in order to get, versus, oh, this is like a fun addition. I'll just like have a coffee here, right? To just like enjoy the zip of it, enjoy the spark of it, just for its own sake, rather than, I need the caffeine now in order to be productive, in order to get the thing done, because then I'll get the thing and then I'll be enough. This like long chain of insanity, basically, versus, no, I'm already in this vibe right now, and that would just be fun. It would just, like, the difference between like these two identities, it seems to really be about fun versus the absence of fun, right? Like, how much fun have you had today? Because fun and flow and enjoyment and just discovery and aliveness, curiosity, enthusiasm, there's a story around for a lot of us. It was for me. That's like, oh, those are like icing on the cake. Like, if you deserve it, maybe if you do enough, then eventually you'll get to feel that. But that's like bonus. Like, you can't expect that from life. You can't expect to have as your dominant energy fun, freedom, and flow. You can't expect that. That's like for other people. That's like, I don't know what they do, but we're here and we need to strive and we need to be in this blocky energy. But that's just a bad story, right? So when I take up my page and I make the line down the center of it, I'm like, oh yeah, there's that blocky thing that sometimes I fall into, or this like, I need to just like strive. I need my stimulants. I need to work harder. I need to work far past where my body wants me to. I need to have my list completely organized. I need to be in control. I need to analyze everything, right? It's just like really blocks, it really kinks the energy off, coming from this energetic point of view. And on the other side, when I am just being who I am, when we're being who we really are, we are fun. We're having fun. We're just having fun. We're just in a flow. We're just allowing the conversation to happen with life, where there's nothing in between us and life. I was talking to a client about this yesterday, how we've discovered that when we let go of those systems of control, or those things that get in the way between us and a direct experience of life, or relationship to capital L life, like this big life. When we let go of those, now it's just us and life, and now we're in a conversation, we're in a dance, and we're flowing, and we're in this more fun energy where inspiration can come. Like, I didn't have a plan for this video. I just came back from working out, had my little coffee, and then had this idea to just turn on the camera and talk about this general theme. So there's no plan, right? And that's something that I've found as I've moved more into this energy of just dancing with life rather than controlling it, that I just have an instinct to do things, and I follow it. And that really gets into this core wound that all of us in this culture have, that we're hopefully now learning to heal, which is about trust and self-trust. And when I say self-trust, I mean trust of something bigger than just the persona, personality, or ego that you know yourself to be. There's a trust in something else that you are, some deeper thing that is watching everything you do and has a kind of desire to bring you toward something. There's a telos, there's a attraction. There's, the Sufis would call it the friend, like Rumi would call it the friend, the other in you that is you, that's bigger than you, bigger than your persona, your personality. What's it like to be in a relationship with that? Well, now there's less control. Now we're in a dance. Now we're following the flow. Now we're just weaving. And it feels more fun. It feels more interesting. It feels less heavy. It's more light. We don't know what's going to happen. We can't control it. Have you ever fallen in love? Imagine trying to control it, being in this like very guarded place. Well, that's happening. You just know that doesn't lead anywhere good, right? Because we're not in a dance. We're not in a relationship then. We're like, oh, need to be careful. We're coming from a wounded place. Well, that's because life wants to fall in love with us, wants us to fall in love with it. Life is inviting us into this love affair. And so if we want to be good lovers, ultimately it's about letting go of some of that control. So how do we do this? As far as I can tell, it's a daily devotion. I'm going to forget this. It's part of why I wanted to make a video, because I'm going to forget this. I'm going to find myself on a different day, in a different state. Maybe XYZ has happened, and I'll have forgotten this feeling. But the game is to reduce the length of time in my forgetting, right? I think it's a Greek word, anamnesis. Anamnesis means unforgetting. So we want to come into a state of permanent anamnesis, unforgetting, where we have basically become this knowing that we are in a certain kind of relationship with life that really is a dance. It's not about control. It's about listening. It's about flowing. It's about following those instincts. And now we are not in this fear pattern. We are in a trust pattern. We're in a love pattern. And you can feel like the zest of it, right? You can feel how much more like enjoyable it is to be in this type of relationship with life, and just how it changes your energy and your experience. So it's a daily devotion, and it's helped out by doing the things that get you in a state, an expanded state. So for me, exercise, being outside, touching the craft, working on the music, having the music work on me, meditating, tuning up. I made a meditation. If you want to try it out, the link will be in the description. It's like my first version of it, but it's a way of connecting into this space. So check that out. I call it a daily tune-up. The daily tune-up is a way to come into this energy, this state, this feeling. And it's kind of like, because life is so pervasive, or I guess a different way of saying it is circumstances, like things outside of us are so pervasive. They really capture our attention. They capture our mood. We fall into resonance with outside circumstances, or what we think they mean, or we allow them to make us feel certain things. Whereas if we anchor from the start of the day in a devotional place where we have chosen to be in fun, freedom, flow, enjoyment, excitement, abundance, experimentation, trust, connection, we really tune into that and feel it. That sort of sets a new tone for the day. And then we follow that flow, right? So much about identity, about fear versus love, about trusting versus controlling. It's this dance. But if we want to have fun in this experience, like, we're only here for a short period of time. It's just such a fleeting moment that we find ourselves in a human body doing what we're doing on this planet, right? If we want to enjoy it, we do have a choice. It's just that we have to make the choice. So anyways, that's my little exploration for the day. I hope you enjoyed it. Check out the meditation below. And if you want to talk, just check out the link in the description as well. There's a link to my calendar, and we can talk about this. Explore what it might look like a little bit more in your life to basically relax back into trusting the flow. All right? I'll talk to you again soon. Enjoy the rest of your day.